Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. I am looking at a puzzle by Black Raven today, whose second puzzle this is, apparently. It's quite a complicated, I don't know, is it a complicated rule set? It's an unusual rule set, let's say that. It's not that complicated, it's just on a different path, which is probably a very appropriate metaphor for a path puzzle. But I'm looking forward to giving it a go, and first of all, I'm going to tell you about our hunt this month. That is our Patreon reward for May. It is Spider-Man Sudoku, and if you're very skilled at Sudoku, you'll be able to defeat the 8 enemies of Spider-Man and save the city. And we urge you to give it a try. This solution, that, if you get a correct solution, you'll be in a draw to have a collaborative video with Simon, and I think you'd enjoy that if the chance came up. What else is going on the channel? Well, on Patreon, there's of course crosswords and connections and gridogram videos, amongst other things. There's other Sudoku, collaborative solves, stuff like that in our apps. The latest one is the worm, the Blobz Sudoku worm. His eclectic worm. It is really good fun. Do give it a try. We have other apps, of course, including Line Sudoku and Classic Sudoku too, and they're very good fun too. And there's merch. Marty Sears Rat Run merch is the latest, but there's all the slightly older caps and shirts and hoodies, etc. Do check those out. They're great fun. And they identify you as being a fan of the channel, and we want you to do that, and you want to do that too. Right, let's have a look at Black Raven's 4 magic. And I'm going to go through the rules. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. That means 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. We have to draw an orthogonally connected path, so it only moves vertically and horizontally, that does not branch or touch itself, not even diagonally. Oh, the path starts in one square and ends in the other, and it visits each box at least once. Any set of 4 consecutive cells on the path contains digits with different modularity when divided by 4. Now, for those of us who are non-mathematicians, it then explains that in every set of 4 digits along the path, there is one from the set 1, 5, 9, one from 2 and 6, one from 3 and 7, and one from 4 and 8, which is like the 3 modular line rule, but different. Arrow cells are off the path and count the number of path cells in the indicated direction. Circle cells are off the path and count the number of path cells in the 8 cells around it. So that is counting the number of path cells in this group. Digits on a purple line are a non-repeating consecutive sequence in any order. Box borders divide the blue line into segments with an equal sum, so those 4 will add up to the same as those 2 and those 2. And digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. That's it. Give it a try. To me, with that rule set, this seems an incredibly sparsely populated grid. I'm very, very impressed that we can apparently draw a 4 modular path through this whole puzzle with this few clues. But we will see how this works, because I may have underestimated, I was about to say misunderestimated as though I was George Bush. I probably underestimated how much some of these clues do, but I'm looking forward to finding out which ones. Right, waffle, 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 let's get cracking, here we go. So, right, I'm going to colour those cells, they're on the path. Cells that are not on the path, I'm going to colour yellow, and we've been told that the circles and arrows are not. So the path goes through this cell. I know this is not much so far. The path might go through this pass through the middle. These arrows. Right, the path does go through this cell because these arrows have got to have different digits. They're in the same row. That one is counting how many path cells there are here, 1, 2, or 3. This one can't be the same number, so it must be adding that cell in. So this is 2, 3, or 4. These are consecutive digits, and this is on the path. Right, if that's on the path, any cell that's not a square basically has an entry and an exit point on the path, so this one must go through those two. So the path, that's where the path goes up through row 5. Well, no, the path has to be in row 5 here. Okay, I was thinking, first of all, I was thinking a shape a bit like that. Then I was thinking a shape a bit like this. Now I'm sort of thinking, could use all 3 of these. And that might mean a shape a bit, I mean, I don't know exactly, but a bit like that. What about this Renban? I don't know. I mean, obviously not all low digits. They can't be from 1, 2, 3, 4 because of this 2, but there's this white dot as well. I don't think the circles are any use. I'm discounting them. This is obviously somewhere south of 6. But which of these cells are occupied? Because there's at least one. I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought about the modular rule. I haven't thought about the blue line rule. And these 3 are on the path. Okay, yes. Right. Given that this box is going to use 2 of the lower digits here, if this cell was on the path, what is the minimum total here? I suppose this could be 1 and 2. Oh, hang on. This, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to focus. Can we rule out this cell being on the path by determining that the minimum total for these 4 would exceed the maximum total for a pair up here? Now, if all 4 cells were on the path, they would have to contain 2 from one of the sets that we're allowed and 1 from each of the other. Now, normally at an absolute minimum, you could have 1, 2... No, they wouldn't. Sorry, that's nonsense. They'd contain 1 from each of the 4 sets. So normally they could be 1, 2, 3, 4. In this central box, they can't be that because of these. So maybe 1, 2, 5, 6. That would add up to... No, 5 would be a repeat of the 1 class of digit. 1, 2, 6, 7 is clearly possible. That uses all the sets. There might be a number that's a little below that. If you used 2, 3, 5, 6, doesn't that use all the sets as well? Two, 3, 5, 6 adds up to 16. That's too big. Oh, that's interesting. Right. What was the other one I said? 1, 2, 6, 7. That also adds up to 16. Oh, I mean, this is pretty complicated. Right, let me try and explain why 1, 2, 6, 7 and 2, 3, 5, 6. I'm just going to aide memoire the sets up here. So these are the 4 sets of digits we're allowed. And if that was on the path, these 4 sets, these 4 cells would need 1 from each of these sets. but only 2 of these low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, because 2 of them are going to go in these cells. So the minimum it could have in the 2 low digits here are 1 and 2. Oh, then it would need 7 and 8, because it couldn't use 3 and 4. Well, that's way too much. I will explain in a moment why on these bits of the blue line, 16 is too much, but it is. So then we have to kind of dial it back and have, we couldn't have 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Actually, we'd have to have 3, 4, 5, 6 here, because these have to be low and consecutive. Well, I think it always adds up to the same thing, and I finally understood it, because if you look at that group of 8 digits, 2 of the really low ones are in these cells. So you can select the other 2 low ones, but then you have to select higher ones from this group for the other 2 cells if these are all on the line. And that way you're always getting these minima plus 2 lots of 4, and that always adds up to 18. That is weird. Okay, but if that was on the line, these would add up to 18. Now, we can tell that 18 is impossible in these cells. I will also tell you why 16 and 17 are impossible, because if it was 16, that would be a 9-7 pair, but this would also be a 9-7 pair, and you'd have too many 7s and 9s in this row. Same applies with 17 and 9-8 as a pair. So these have to be different pairs adding up to the same total, and that maxes them at 15. And I think that proves that we cannot have 4 cells on the line in this path, in this box, at all, whether it's there or there or there, because of these 2. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be 18. So this path passes straight through the box like that, so that there's only 3 cells in the box. No, that is not the proof that I've just done. That is nonsense. Is that nonsense? Or I don't know. I'm suddenly thinking that I'm not relating. No, that is not something. If the path went to that cell, that's fine, because it's not a blue line cell. I'm adding these blues to get to this total. Oh, well, I mean, these blues maybe on, well, I do think that is not on the path. That we know. So the path must go to that cell, not that one. That I have concluded. Now, even in this world, getting these 4 cells to add up to a number low enough to be 15 or below is not that easy, because these 3 have to be from different sets. This one is allowed to repeat the sets, but we're still only allowed 2 of these very low digits from 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, I'm going to stick my aide-memoire back in here and just think about that. 15 is the maximum for this group. So you can now have a repeat digit, but you still can't have more than 2 from this set because of these arrows. So if you had 1 and 2, you have to have 1 from a higher set and a repeat. So you've still got 2 lots of 4, which is the addition to get from these digits to these digits. And you've got 3 different sets. So you've got a minimum of 6 and another 1 is 7, and the 2 lots of 4. So that's what it's got to be. You've got to have 2 from this minimal set, 1, 5, either. Then you've got to have 1 from this set and 1 from this set, and one of them is going to be low. Right. So this line contains 1 and 5. This digit does not contain 1, and therefore this does not contain 2. These are consecutive. If I don't put 2 on this line, because I'm putting it in one of these arrows, they are 2 and 3. Then this arrow is 1, 4, 5, 6. And that adds up to too many. That adds up to 16, which busts this. Have I got that right? Why? That doesn't feel like the right calculation. Yes, because then I'm using a digit from the 4-8 set, and I'm not meant to do that. I'm meant to use 1 and 5, a digit from 2, 6, and a digit from 3, 7. But these, I think I have to use 2. I can't use 3 and 4 because that would use a 4. Right, so I'm using 2 on this line, not 2 here. That's a 3, that's a 4. And now I have to keep these down, but use a third set. Right, these digits use, this one is 1 from the 1 or 5. Sorry, 1 from the 1 or 5 set, because otherwise it would repeat too quickly on the modular line. These are 2, the other digit from 1 and 5, and a digit from the 3, 7 set, which is now 7. So this line adds up. It's 1, 2, 5, and 7. It adds up to 15, and these cells are selected from 6, 7, 8, 9. One is a 6, 9 pair and one is a 7, 8 pair, and I don't know which way round they fall. But these digits, let's get rid of the corner marks and make them central marks. These are from 1, 2, 5, 7. This one off the line is one of the 1, 2, 5s. Right, that digit is 4 or 8 because that's the next. Oh, I tell you what it is. That is a definite 4. If it was 8, none of these cells could be 8, but this must contain each of the digits from 6, 7, 8, 9, and that sees them all. So that is a 4. And the next digit on this path to the south is 4 or 8 as well. Well, it's definitely 8, whichever of those cells it's in. None of them can be 4. But I don't know which of those cells that 8 is in. This is a very, very interesting puzzle already. Now, this 3 and this 4, bam, that is colouring path cells for us. Oh, this bloomin' Renban can't have 1 or 2 on it now because it would always need a 3. So it's either 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 9. It's got a 7 on it. That digit is not 7. That's strange. And let's think about the modularity of these digits, which are clearly consecutive along the path. In fact, they make these two yellow because the path can't branch. So the path must go up here. Now this is really interesting. I was assuming this kind of path. Coming down south through here, up north there, south here. I'm not sure though. Why couldn't this do a U? I mean, that's the simplest type now. And maybe we could even loop around here. No, look, we can't because of this. Right. I don't know what that means. Does that mean we can't come in? I don't know what it means. This digit is now 4 or 5. Depending on whether that is a purple path cell or not. What are these? These are a distinct modular group of 3. Oh look, 3 and 7, they don't use that, so they're from the other modular sets. One of them is from the 4-8 modular set and is not a 4. One of those digits is an 8. That keeps 8 off this bit of the path, off this Renban, and that must be 5, 6, 7. Isn't that brilliant? Now this is 1 or 2, and 9 is definitely over here. 9 is the representative of the 951 group over here, and in those 3 cells, therefore, we can't put 1, so that's in the middle. That is fantastic. That digit is 2. That's 5, that's 7. I've got digits all over my puzzle. It's crazy. Oh, this is a circle. Well, you know this isn't 8 or 9. because the maximum number of digits that could be on the path around that is 7. So that digit is a 6. And everything is working in harmony. This is beautiful, Black Raven. Oh, and these are now 982. Quoth the Raven, nevermore. This digit is not from the 2-6, the 4-8, or the 1-5-9 set. It's from the 3-7 set. So is the next digit on the path, be it there or there. 6 is in one of those cells. Actually, it's really weird. I don't know the order of this path. The path starts here. We'll deem that. The path starts here in row 9, column 9. It either goes this way, so that 4217 is in the order of the path, and then it heads round here. Or it might go this way, so that 7124, the opposite order, is the order of the path, and then come round here. And that gives different orders for this direction, which is really strange. Also, oh my good, okay, I'd never thought of this. How about this path? This is perfectly legal. Okay. Now, that is 3 or 7 because it couldn't be any of those sums. If the next step on the path is 3 or 7 and it's here, that's a pair in the row. And that digit would be 1 or 4. I don't know what that means. Okay, I do know that the next step after this 4 on this path is going to be a 7 or 3. Sorry, I didn't explain earlier that the modularity along the path repeats every 4 cells. Oh no, it's every 5 cells. Well, every 4 cells. Every 4 cells. So that group includes 1 from 159, 1 from 26, 1 from 48. So they're always paired or quartered with a 3-7 cell. On that side, clearly. And on this side, there must be a 3-7 cell. If it's there, it's a 7. If it's there, it's a 3. If it's here, it's a 3, because this cell sees all those again. In fact, that digit can be limited already to 1, 2, 3, 5. We know these are 1, 9, 6 pair and 1, 7, 8 pair. Okay, I don't really know what's going on now. I mean, this is great progress, but I don't know what to do next. I do feel like I'm beginning to sort of gradually understand how we step through this puzzle and how all the clues work together, but I might have reached a bit of a sticking point, if I'm honest. That type of digit is going to replicate there. So it's either from 2-6, 4-8 or 1-5-9. I mean, that really doesn't narrow it down much, does it? I want to know what this order is. I don't. If this wasn't a 5, it would be a 4. And that would be yellow. And the path would turn there. This digit would have the same... Ah, that's very different. Yeah, okay. If this digit was purple and on the path, it would have the same modularity as that one. Oh, look, that's fabulous. Right. How could these two have the same modularity? They couldn't be both 8. They couldn't be both 9. This one couldn't be 7. They would have to be a 6 and a 2. So it is possible, but look what happens then. This digit becomes a 6, and that is not the next step along this path. So suddenly this path, which would have a purple cell there, would have to turn up here and have a purple cell, and that's impossible because it's going to have to come out and connect up, and that's no good. So the path does not turn into that cell. It goes straight on up there, and this digit's a 5, which is not what I wanted to find. 4 would have been more helpful, giving me a 5-6 pair, but still, that's very interesting. And also, now the path can go up here again, which is a bit of a shame. But still, that digit must replicate its set up here. If that's a 2, it sees this cell and makes it a 6. If it's an 8, it makes this a 4. If it's a 9, this is 1 or 5, but it couldn't be 5, so it'll be 1. So we do at least limit that corner cell. Also, these are off the path now. Now, where is the other 3-7 digit? It's there or there. If it's here, it's a 3. That was a beautiful deduction. I mean, that has been set up absolutely gorgeously. And it was weird. It relied on having this 6 pencil mark. I've got so few pencil marks in the grid, you know that was deliberately relevant. Anyway, 8 and 9 are up here. That's not very interesting. There, putting a few more pencil marks in the grid just to try and convince myself I'm doing something. Right, this group of 3 is the same as this group of 3. But it's not so easy. They could repeat as digits here because they don't suffer the indignity of having to be different like those 2 cells. Okay. Do I know the direction of the path now? No. It could still shoot up through here and come back down through here. Ah, can it? Oh, I've got this 6. That's going to require a lot of these cells to be populated with path. Not quite all of them, but lots of them. Okay, this digit is on the path. How do I know that? Because otherwise, if that was yellow, these would all be purple, and yet divided, and the path would diagonally touch itself. So that's purple. What about this one? If that was yellow, then the path would do this. Yeah, I think that's possible. Well, although I haven't thought about the modularity of these digits, which would be lacking a 2 or a 6. I don't know. The modularity thing is not really very restrictive at the moment. I mean, I know we got something with it here, and we're working on something with 3 7s here, but... Oh, I've just had an insight. There's a sort of bishop's move thing in this puzzle. Right. The path moves orthogonally, only horizontally or vertically. And that has a very significant impact. Now we know anything about one of the digits on the path. No, now we know about all 4 digits in one part of the path. What I'm going to tell you is that 4 and 8, if we were to checkerboard the grid, 4 and 8 would always be on the same bishop's colour. So what I mean is, let's highlight all the cells of one checkerboard. So all these cells with blue inside their cell, consider them to be one colour, black or white. And 4, when it's on the path, will always be in these cells, and 8. It mustn't be outside them because the path turns This path moves in even segments because there are 4 digits in each sort of segment. So 4 and 8 repeat every 4 or 8 cells along the path. And that means they could end up in this cell, but they couldn't end up in this cell from here. That can never be 4 or 8 away because you're always making 1, 2, 3 turns or moves. Anyway, that is going to impact these. 2, its bishop's colour is there. One of these is a 2, but those 2 can't be 2 because 2's bishop's colour would prevent any number of moves. However far you went, doesn't matter whether you went this way round to get there, you would still be making an odd number of moves by the time you got to that cell, and that's not when 2 and 6 repeat. So they can't be 2. That's 2. One of these is 8 and one of them is 9 because they're from the 4 and 1 sets. That's fine. I mean, maybe that is all this is going to tell me. No, it tells me more. It tells me that this is either from the 4-8 or the 1-5-9 set. So that is 1, 8 or 9. This is either from the 2, 6 or the 3, 7 set. I mean, that is weird, but it really does apply, I promise. Now, does this help? Because that would, well, it placed this 2, that's not nothing. This couldn't be 6 and on the path, not because of the bishop's colour, but because of the actual movement from that cell. So if this is 6, it's off the path, and the path goes up here through a 3, 7. But if it's not 6, then it can be on the path, and it will be 3. No, it's not the only way it can be not 6. I was going to say, is this digit 3 or 6, but it could be off the path and still not be 6. So I mustn't overstretch my logic. You may think I have already. Okay, we're okay. 28 minutes in, I've done stuff. I'm pleased with that bishop's move insight. Oh, this digit, bishop's move from 1, 5, 9, 4 or 8. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Oh, what does it do for these? It might tell us that these 3 can't all be on the path. I can't even work that. No, it doesn't. They could all be on the path. 7 would be in the middle, I think. Oh no, they can't all be on the path because 7 and 6 come from the same set of 2, 3, 6, 7, and they would both be vying for that spot. I mean, is that... Yeah, that's a bit interesting. I was wondering earlier whether this cell could be yellow, and then all of these would be on the path, and this would be a corner. But now we know that all 3 of these pink cells can't be on the path, so we'd have to go up like that. Well, that does look possible. It's a very odd puzzle, this. There's a 2 in one of those cells. That's just Sudoku, nothing interesting. Now, I still need to make deductions about the path. What I really want to do is find out whether we're joining from here or here, because then I will know what order we're going in terms of the actual modular sets. So maybe it's this 6 that's... I don't think this circle's any use. That could be 2, 3, 4 or 5. It's just not telling me anything. So this circle might be telling me something. One of these 3 cells is yellow and the others are all purple. I think a straight pass through there is very possible. What I do know is we can't come twice into this region. We can't do that because the path would touch diagonally. So we can't pass twice through here. We can pass a maximum of once through there or no times. Oh, not, well, if this is a purple cell, then we definitely do pass here. And we don't do a threesome, so, I mean, those three can't all be on the path. So we must go straight down if we hit this cell, I think. Or, well, no, we could wiggle on the path. But we would have to go both north and south. That's really strange. If this cell is on the path, we have to be going north and south through this box. Or through row 5 over here, at least. Now, if that cell is not on the path, then these are all on it. Ah. No. Yes. Yes, that is not the path because this digit would be from the 2-6 set. So this digit is on the path. That would be 4 cells away from the 2. And you'd be alternating back to the 2-6 set. And that can't be 2 or 6. Right. So this is on the path. And in terms of its bishop's move, this is either from the 4-8 or the 1-5-9 category. So that is a 5. Wow. That's not a 5 now. This is on the path, and one of these cells is on, and one is off. Right. If this is... Okay, well, if this is on the path, and it can't be from the 2-6 category, it has to be from the 3-7 category, and it would have to be 3. Oh, and that would be a 7. And this would be an 8-9 pair. This would be 1, 2, 4. There'd be a lot of Sudoku done if this is on the path. It has to be a 3. And then that direction, 5 to 3, is the same as this direction, 1 to 7. And that feels like it would be right. This would be an 8 in that circumstance. It's so complicated. Oh, botheration. Right, what if this is yellow? Then this has to be, then this has to go north there, because we've worked out it must go to here. They can't all be on the path. This is the important thing. So if that's yellow, this is on the path, and that's on the path, and that digit then is on the path, and the path then goes round here. Now, can we falsify that? 1, 2, 4, 3, 1 or 9, 2 or 6, 4 or 8, 7, 5, 2 or 6. No, it seems to be all right. Okay, that was if this was yellow. So if this was yellow, then these are both on the path. What does that do? And it sends the path... Well, the trouble is, I don't even know what direction the path is going. Wow, I mean, I'm just completely at sea now. Oh, well, I'm not. I mean, you know, I've made good progress. I'm getting an understanding of the puzzle. I'm just not sure what the next step is. That's all. That's all. That's a perfectly reasonable position to be in. I must not panic. just because I don't know. I really want to know where this continues. Does it go north or south? It's just such a huge difference. If it goes south, this digit has to be a 3. And that's a 6. And that's 7, and this is 1, 4. After the 3, we'd get an 8 or a 9. Then I think we would know the direction, wouldn't we? Well, from a 3 here, we couldn't join straight up there because 3 and 7 would be too close together. So maybe we could go round here. Oh, I don't know. I mean, why isn't this 6 circle helping a bit more? It's done a lot, to be fair, but it just hasn't done everything. 4 coming round to 8 there. That would put 8 here and 7 here and a 6, 9 pair. God, you'd get a lot done. You'd get 8 there, 9. This is crazy. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, that looks tempting because 1 and 5 are in the same category, but I don't think it's allowed at all. Because what way would the path go? It would have to go north there, and this U-bend just couldn't be on the path because then it would never connect up. Oh, that's okay. Something I said earlier, and I have not followed through on, is once the path touches here, it comes south from row 5 and also goes north. So the path must either go through that cell or that cell north. And it must either come through this cell or this cell south. And it doesn't, oh, it has to go into every box. I haven't thought about box 7, have I? Well, have I? I don't know. I haven't really not thought about it. Oh, I don't know. I've got the path in loads of boxes. I mean, it's clear I don't have any problem with it going into box 8. So it's only box 7 that I need to make sure the path goes in. I don't think that's difficult. I hadn't thought about this rule much, but I mean, I just don't see almost how it avoids going into box 7 at the moment at all. So trying to force it in is not my problem. Going north and south from here, that is my problem. Because we did work out these 3 can't all be on the path, because these are meant to be on the same bishop's move colours. If that is on the path, it is a 7, because 6 is never next to 5. Because the 1, 5, 9, oh, hang on. No, it's this one that couldn't be on the path, isn't it? If that's on the path, it's 7 or 6. This one can never be on the path as a 7 or 6 in that position. That's so strange. 7 has to be on that bishop's move colour and 6 on that one. Yeah, that's never on the path. So we are passing through this box here. But are we passing through there, or is that... This is the constrained one. If that's on the path and this isn't, we go this way. We've got to do that. What is the problem with that? I worked out digits for all of that path, didn't I? So it's clearly not impossible. And I mean, I know I am ignoring longer loops, but actually it's quite interesting that one of these, from that 6, one of these is on the path. So the longest possible loops, oh, I don't know, I was going to say they're forbidden, but actually I've just seen this possible loop. I mean, that is about as long as you could possibly be. And I haven't really thought about it at all. So, goodness me. Bother. Right. What next? What next? What next? This, I needed that to hit an 8 in one of these cells. And then a 2 or a 6 after that. Maybe I should think in those terms. But I don't know what its path is. I just don't know where it goes. Oh, maybe the fact that we pass through here once is telling me the direction. We pass through here once, we pass through, yes. No, what it's telling me is where this goes. This cannot wiggle to the north, because these two go straight through. And you can't join it all up. I can't articulate this, but there's no way. If you have, yeah, okay, you would have 3 loop ends in the northeast of the puzzle, like this. You can see them here, here, and here. You can't join up 3 loop ends. You can only join up even numbers, 2 or 4. So this silly thing doesn't have a U-bend. This has to have a south side so that we have 4 loop ends in the south and exactly 2 in the north. If it went north, we would have 3 in the north and 3 in the south, and we couldn't join them up. So this goes south. There we go. I mean, that's taken me a ridiculous length of time to work out. It's blindingly obvious if you consider loops and paths and things, but there we go. 3 there, 6 there. That's yellow. Right. Now I know about the direction of the path, because obviously if we're considering we start from here, then towards the end we go this way. Oh, that's a 7 now. We've got 3 here. We go this way. And therefore, and here, we must be going this way, because we can't go up through there, back down through here, and then get to there. We must be going up through this side, down through here, and then up here. So this direction is the same as this direction. So the thing that comes before a 2 or a 6 is a 4 or an 8. Right, there we go. So here we go 4, 2, 1, 7, and that's the equivalent of 8, 2, 9, 7, 8, 2, or 6, 1. Right. 8 there puts 8 here in this group of 4 cells that are the high digits. They have to add up to 15 each time, and now they're suddenly all filled in. That digit becomes a 2. I mean, digits are coming thick and fast now. That's a 389 triple. This is a 124 triple. Might get this done in an hour. That's come from nowhere. Now this path can't go through there because it would, the 3 and the 7 would be too close together. So that digit's yellow. This is on the path and it is a 9 equivalent. I was going to say this is on the path, but I don't know that yet. Oh, this group is 634, and on the white dot we have 3, 4, and that digit is 6. Now, can we say they're off the path? Let's start with a thought like that. 6 would be in the wrong position, so yes, that's off the path. Bishop's move. So those must be off the path. It can't just loop in there and out without touching itself. How about these 3? One of them would have to be 2 or 6, because that isn't if those 3 were on the path. In fact, it would be this one. so they're not. So that digit isn't, because it would be 2 or 6, and they're not. Okay, this is good, this is good, this is something. The path doesn't do exactly that, or the 3 and the 7 are the wrong distance apart. So I'd almost rather do Sudoku now. Is it possible? Oh, and this path is the same direction. So we're going up through the 5. Now, I mean, we might be wiggling, but after the 5, which is a 1 or a 9, comes a 7 or a 3. Well, that's got to be a 3 there now. No, that's not true. It could be a 7 there after the 5. And after the 3 comes a 4 or an 8, and that could be there or there, and after the 7 would come an 8. Oh, bother. Okay, I thought that was going to help. Before the 5, from this direction, comes a 2 or a 6. Oh, that could be either of those positions. Oh, I thought that was going to tell me everything. Oh, just before this 4 comes a 7 or a 3. For some reason, yeah, that was going to be in one of these cells. And then before that comes a 2 or a 6. So the 7 or 3. So this is actually possible. That's weird. And the one before that would be from 159, I think. Wow, I mean, imagine if this does go round here. Oh, that 8 is looking at this cell. That's Sudoku, right. Oh, that does not decide whether we turn into an 8 here or an 8 here. Oh, we don't turn into a cell here because this path comes south through here and joins up to that. This path is going to join up to that. If we went there, we'd be diagonally touching. So we don't go there. We go here to an 8. Okay, well, that is a tiny bit of Sudoku done. Sort of. No, it's path logic done, isn't it? Right, now we can connect up there, but we can't connect up here. But we could loop a bit. Okay. I want this to get easier, and I'm not finding it getting easier. That digit is 2 or 6 by Sudoku. After the 8, we need a 2 or a 6. If it's there, it's a 2. If it's there, it's a 6. If it's there, it's a 2. Don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. I bet it just does the tight loop. Oh, I still haven't fulfilled this silly 6. If that's pink, pinky purple, pinkle, it's a 3. And that's 1 or 9. Oh, and oh look, I've got 8, 9 looking at this cell. That's a 1. That's interesting. These are from 2, 3, 5. After the 1 comes a 2. So if that cell was pink, it would be a 2. This would be 8. Okay, it still looks like that works. 2, 8, 7, 5. That does work. Oh, this can't be 1 anymore. That's just Sudoku. That's nothing to do with the path. After 5, we would need a 2 in this direction. After if we were going this way, it would be 5, 6, and then something from 4 or 8. That would be 4. Oh, well, that's quite interesting. That's just a weird Sudoku thing. So if the path comes this way, south, this is a 4, and that's forced to be a 2. If the path comes this way south, that's forced to be a 2 by the path. So that digit is always 2, whether it's on or off the path. Right, if it goes this way, we go 6, 4, and then a 3 or a 7 here. Oh, this circle might come into play soon. It's a tiny bit unexpected. There's an 8 somewhere up here. That's just Sudoku. There's more Sudoku in this puzzle than I'm allowing for at the moment. This digit is 3, 4, 7 or 9. If the path came down there after a 2, I expect that has what it, yeah, it would need a 4. That would be fine. I'm sorry. This is a slightly wearing bit of the puzzle where I just struggle around. 3. I thought when I found the direction, I'd really know what was going on. It hasn't quite materialized. So as we go north, this direction, after the 5, we need 7 or 3. That's 3 there or 7 there. Then we need, oh, well, this can't be on the path then. This can't be on the path because 5 and 1 would be too close together. It's perfectly simple, guys. So that's on the path to make the 6 work. Here we go. This is the 3 because it's got to be the equivalent to the 7. Now the path has to come down through there. This now must be on the path. It's just joining path logic. Right. And this digit is a 2 because it's from 2 or 6. This one is from 4 or 8, so it's an 8. This one is not from 2 or 6, so it's a 7. This one's a 5. This is now path cells. 2, then this is from 1, 5. No, this is from 4, 8, so that's a 4. These are yellow, clearly, to keep this path apart. Now we're going to join up efficiently in some way. That's yellow. These are obviously yellow. The path can't get in there. Right, I can yellow all of this, which is pointless, but it cheers me up to colour the grid. That digit's become a 5. These aren't 8. Okay, Sudoku is happening. This digit can't be 4 or 5. So it's either 2 or 3. And therefore, this digit is not purple. And therefore, the path continues to here with a digit from 3 or 7 that could be either. If that's 3, that digit is 7. Okay, never mind about that. That can't be 4 anymore. One of these is a 2. Oh, digits, digits. What are these? 3, 4 pair is possible, but then so is anything. Oh, that can't be 8 anymore. If that's 8, this has to be 9. I don't know. Right, I probably need, well, I need to finish off this bit of the path as well. Now, surely this path either does that, which is possible, that which is not possible based on how close the 7 and 3 would be, or that, which is possible. So I think that cell's yellow. This one's obviously yellow. Right, now, what would go wrong if we went all the way down to the bottom? We would need to be repeating various sets. We would be going 6, 5 or 9. This one would have to be from 7 or 3, and it cannot be. So those are ruled out. Those are all ruled out, therefore, and this is on the path, and now we can start filling in some digits. So this is from 2, 6. Well, we knew that was from 1, 5, 9. That hasn't really changed anything, but now that's a 6. This is a 1, 4 pair. 6 is down here. and 3 actually. That's a 5-9 pair. This is a 1-2 pair that can be filled in. This is a 5-7-9 triple. Don't know much about that. Look at that 3 X-wing. That's keeping 3 out of both of these cells, using up the 3s in rows 8 and 9. Now, 2 there means that's pink and this isn't. The colouring is complete at last. This digit is from the 1-5-9 set and is 9. This one is from the 2-6 set and is 6. This is from the 4-8 set and is 8. And the path is complete apart from 1 digit. That's fine. These are 1, 3 and 5. I can't believe I don't know how to fill those in. I found 8 at the top. It's not on the dot. The dot is either 6, 7. It can't be 6. There's no 6 on the dot. The even digit on the dot is a 4. The odd digit is a 3. It's a 3-4 dot, just like that one was. Weird. Well, not that weird. I mean, a chance that occurred. Right. 9 in the top row is there. And now, this is a 7-5 pair. This is a 4. These are 6, 7, 9. I know where the 6 goes, then I know where the 7 goes, and that's all done. This 3-9 pair has been done by the 9 at the bottom. How are those ever going to be resolved? I don't know. In this row, 6 there deals with a number of digits, keeps 3 out of a corner. We might still get 3 in a corner, just at the end. 4, 1, 3, that can't be 9. We've got a 2 there, and 5 or 7 here. That's part of a pair in the column. 4 in the column is there. These are a 1-8 pair, I can do those. 5, 7, 9 remaining. This is 5 or 9. How are these going to disambiguate? That's not a 7. Are they going to disambiguate? I'm sure they are. Sure they are. I can't use the path or the circles or the arrows anymore or the dots. So it's just Sudoku from here on in. Oh, that's a 5-9 pair. What? Oh, I see. That can't be a 7 by Sudoku, and that can't be a 1 on the path. Oh, that's beautiful, actually. That really is lovely. This whole thing has been a journey of joy, and I am going to finish in under an hour. The video has probably just gone over an hour. It didn't get 3 in the corner, but the puzzle is complete. Oh, that's excellent. Very good, Black Raven. That's your 2nd ever puzzle. Absolute entertainment from the word go. Super stuff. Thank you so much for following us on the channel. Don't say never more to doing it again. Come back and we'll see you again. Bye for now.